Hello and welcome back to Good Chicken Teaching Resources. This is our second video going over Google Forms and how to use them. Last time we kind of did an overview of all the different features and question types and things you can do in Google Forms. Today we're going to focus specifically on how to create a quiz. So I have already created my document and I have already customized what I want it to look like. Just a quick reminder, to customize the look, you go up here to the little artist palette, and if you want to create your own banner, it's going to be a 1600 pixels by 400 pixels. Today, we're going to walk through how to create a quiz. So first, I'm going to create a quiz that has a video embedded in it. So this would be something you could do for like a homework assignment or independent assignment. This is great for distance learning, where you can find a video. Either if you already have it, you can paste in the URL, or you can type in what you're looking for. Of course, you always want to make sure you preview the videos before you give it to kids to watch. So I'm going to put in a video about animal sounds, and that's what we're going to focus on today. So my kids are going to watch this video, and then I'm going to give them a quick three question quiz over what was in the video. I'm making sure I have my questions required because I want to make sure my students are answering all their questions and they don't submit it without answering. And I do want to keep it on multiple choice. So my first question is going to be, what sound does the cat make? And then I'm going to go down here to my options, and I'm going to put in my options. I'm going to put in bark, moo, meow, and oink. There is my first question. And I am going to use the duplicate option to help me out, because I know I am only going to include multiple choice questions. And I'm going to just go in here and I'm going to change the name of the animal to make it real easy. What does the dog say, and what does the pig say? So there we go. I have my questions. They're all required. They're ready to go. So the next thing I'm going to do is go in here in settings. Because this is a quiz, I want to collect my email addresses so I know what answers go with what students. I'm going to limit them to one response, and I'm going to not allow them to edit after submitting. Presentation, I tend to like to show the progress bar so they know how much they have, and I like to shuffle question order just because I think it makes it more difficult for them to cheat if they decide they want to. And here in my confirmation section, your answers have been recorded. All right. Last, we're going to go to the quiz option, and we're going to set it up. And we're going to make this a quiz. And it says assign point values to questions and allow auto grading. That's what we want. You have a couple of options. You can release the grade immediately after submission or later after manual review. For me, it depends. If all my questions are multiple choice or drop down or something the computer can grade, I will do immediately after submission. If I have any short answer questions or long answer questions, anything where they're going to have to type, I will do it later after manual review, because I like to go in and I hand grade those myself. And then again, these are options you have. You can do missed questions. You can do, they can see what questions they missed. They can see the correct answers, and they can see the point values. I normally will turn off the correct answers, because if my students are going to go back in later and do a redo, I don't want them to see the answers to the questions after they've taken it. There is another option in the quiz section that we don't currently see. I am not in a school account. So it doesn't give me this option. But if you were creating a form in your Google School account, you would have another option that says lock Chromebooks. So if you're at a school that have Chromebooks and your students are going to be taking their Google quiz on their Chromebooks, you can turn that option on. And what it does is while they're in that quiz, they cannot get to any other website or any other program except for that quiz until they submit it. So that's just another way to kind of cut down on the possibility of cheating. If you're going to use forms for quizzes and tests and you want to make sure students aren't getting access to other things, you can use that as long as your students are taking it on a Chromebook. And I am pretty sure that if they're try to log in using another device besides a Chromebook, it won't let them if you have that setting turned on. All right, I'm going to save my settings. So now I'm going to go in and I have to put in my answer key. Notice now that it's turned into a quiz, there's an answer key section and there's a place for me to put my points. So I'm going to put 1 point. And what sound does the cat make? Well, that's meow. Done. I have it saved. What sound does the dog make? Well, again, hit my answer key, do 1, bark. And then my last one, what sound does the pig make? I'm so proud. Whoa. So proud of myself that I know my animal sounds. The other thing we're going to do before we take our quiz is we're going to add a section. And this first section is going to have the video for them to watch. I'm going to put the please watch question here in the description. And then here, quiz. In section 2, we're going to put the title and answer these questions. Okay, so why are we doing this? We're doing this because we have the shuffle option on, but we want to make sure the students watch the video before they take the quiz. So by doing this, they'll still get the video first. When they get to the questions, they'll be shuffled. So let's go ahead and go through the preview to test it, make sure everything works like we want. Again, it's asking for their email address. If you're doing this through a school account in Google Classroom and your school Chromebooks, it might not require them to put in their email address because it's already automatically collecting those for you. All right, and there is our video. So we can watch our video and then we'll hit next. And it will take it to our questions. And if you notice, our questions are shuffled. This was the second question we wrote, not the first one. Again, students aren't all on the same order for questions. All right, so we're going to answer these. We're going to purposely get one of them wrong. We're going to hit submit and see what happens. It says view score because we had that option turned on. And it shows us we got 2 out of 3 correct. And it tells us which questions we got right, and which ones we got wrong, but it doesn't show us what the correct answer for this one was because that's how we set up the quiz. So we know how we did as a student. And I like to always take my quiz before I give it to make sure I set my answer key correctly. All right. So then when you get ready to assign this quiz, you can send it via email. You can post it on your website. You can put it in Google Classroom. I tend to put them in Google Classroom. You're able to, if you put a quiz in Google Classroom, you're able to turn on an option where it will automatically import your grades, the grades from the form to Google Classroom, and makes it a lot easier for you. Of course, you will, if you have short answer responses, you will have to come into your responses to grade those short answer ones if you don't put in a key for them. I tend to like to grade anything that's being typed. personally and just allow the form to grade things like multiple choice and drop down questions, things like that. And then you have a nice summary where you can see kind of what your class is doing on average with questions. You can look at how they're doing question by question, or you can look at the individual's responses. And that's where I would go in and grade my short answer questions if I had any of those. All right, so I hope this little quick look at how to turn a form into a quiz was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below, as well as any videos you would like to see in the future covering any sort of technology. For more from us at Good Chicken Teaching Resources, remember you can find us on Facebook, on Pinterest, on Teachers Pay Teachers, and there's a link to our blog below. Thank you.